Vince, we haven't been doing our due diligence over on the Patreon.
A word?
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me we got Patreon subscribers that we got to shout out?
Absolutely. We have 2 new patrons who have given $3 per month, which entitles them to a shout out on the podcast. So thank you both so much. The first new member is Tima 10.
Tima 10.
Tima 10. That sounds right.
Tima 10. Thank you for your contribution to the Patreon.
Look, I know some 7s, some 8s, some Pittsburgh's 9s. But Tima, you're an all around 10.
Oh, yeah. Tima
Me
10.
personally, a Biloxi 5.
They call me a Delaware 8.
Ooh.
I'm up there. I'm not quite I'm not quite at the top. I'm not a Tima 10. Tima, anywhere you go, you're 10.
Mm-hmm. But thank you so much for subscribing to the Patreon. And then the next person is Lieutenant Skell.
Oh, we got to salute again.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lieutenant in our midst.
Thank you for your efforts.
Hold on. I finished Attack on Titan, so I'm doing the Attack on Titan salute.
Is it thumb out?
Thumb out over your heart. Lieutenant Skell already knows. Lieutenant Skell joined the Scouts.
Tighten up, thumb out. That's the way we thank Lieutenant Skell for, again, being a patron. It's never stolen valor when you're a part of the KHP Patreon.
That's right.
You've earned it.
Lieutenant Skell, you've stopped the rumbling, and we can start the podcast.
Kame House Party.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I am Vince.
It is the universe's only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch-along podcast. We are attempting to watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball that we can get our little and big mitts on, so we can take it an episode at a time, get on these here microphones to talk about what we watched, to do some improv based on what we watched. This week is no different. I'm Aaron.
You say we know.
Did we do that?
We did that.
Just do that a second ago?
Hold on. Is it Cell's power finally getting to you?
I think so. It's that I was gonna go RFK brainworms, but well, let's. You know what? Cell makes more sense in this context.
Oh gosh. Took us a while to bring brainworms into the podcast, but I'm glad we're there.
I've got, like, you can't say I've got brain cells, because yes, I do. But these perfect brain cells.
Your brain cells are fully complete.
Yeah, I had to suck up a bunch of androids to finally do it. Look, we can't talk about Dragon Ball yet because we have to do a little thing called Kame Housekeeping, letting you, the audience, get prepared for the good time ahead. And the first part of Kame Housekeeping is the world famous UN sanction 1 minute roundup, a slurp sound.
Is there anything better than a blue slushie? Tell me, Tom, that there's anything out there that's better than a blue slushie.
We have this conversation every time you come into the 7-Eleven. I'm just trying to get through the day, man.
Tom,
please.
My favorite 7-Eleven cashier, tell me something better than a blue slushy? I don't think you can. I don't think you can, Tom.
I've said so many things the past 2 years that you won't accept as better. The birth of my child, you said it wasn't.
BS. Not better than a blue slushy. Oh, come on. Kid's covered in placenta. What else?
Are you talking deliciousness wise? Because I agree with you there, my child. That placenta was not tasty. We ate it for the health benefits, but
Tom, I didn't need to know that. Come on, man. Keep it about slushies, all right?
keep it professional.
Keep it blue, dog.
And see that
7-Eleven day almost upon us.
is it? Oh yeah,
It's coming up.
The insanity. Bring whatever you want.
Anything but a big gulp.
Come feed your family of 4.
Got a Dune popcorn bucket still lying around.
Clean it out.
Industrial wash that bad boy. Bring it on over to 7-Eleven.
Get those Clorox wipes. Get your dirty little butt to 7-Eleven. We missed taking a little break from the podcast. We have missed a lot of these memeable, I'm not going to say cultural touchstones,
Yeah.
zeitgeisty sort of
Yeah.
things.
Mm-hmm.
So we might be a few months behind on our references. Is what I'm
just
saying.
gotta deal with it. And all praise be to Shai Hulud.
Look, he may thy knife chip and break. But what else may happen is that that was a 1-minute roundup, the beginning of it, where we do a little improv scene to strengthen or loosen our improv muscles so we can fight in the desert. But more importantly, so we can go on to the 1-minute roundup proper, which is where one of us, this time Vince, has to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball thus far. That is, at this point, we're talking over 300 episodes of Dragon Ball, both regular and Z flavored. That's compress like the planet Arrakis itself into a tight 60-second ball of information.
I'm about to give you the spice of Dragon Ball. Travel to space with me.
We got to milk this worm of blue juice so we can see into the past, present, and future. And look, you can't start a war against the whole galaxy until I ask you this very important question. Vince, are you ready to round up?
I am ready, Aaron. And oh boy, here I go. Dragon Ball. Follow little monkey boy Goku, meets Bulma. They go on an adventure to collect 7 magic crystal balls. They make a bunch of friends. You all know them. They're the Z Fighters now. But back then, they were all just people. Now, Goku saves the world from the Red Ribbon Army, goes on to have a kid after defeating some Saiyans. Goes to space, beats the baddest dude in the universe, and his friends that dance and sing. There's a big muscly dragon that makes all their wishes come true. They come back to Earth. Also, Goku goes Super Saiyan during that time. It's really crazy and cool. Planet Namek blows up. After they come back from Earth, it's like 3 years, and Trunks shows up. He's from the future. He kills Frieza, tells Goku he's going to die of a heart disease, gives him some meds. The future is now present, and Cell has also come back from the future, and he became perfect by absorbing the androids, and now he's fighting Trunks, who's ascended to the bulkiest of Saiyans, but he still can't win, and we don't know why yet, and that's why I'm doing this until the timer runs out.
Yay. Ooh. Yay. What a favorite part of that roundup, being reminded that Purunga is muscly.
Can't knock those gains, baby.
But he does skip tail day.
He skips tail day, but the thing is, Purunga is natty, bro. That's like the whole thing. You can't get that bulk on any other kind of drugs other than the natural high of working out. Grand wishes.
He's got so much time.
So much time.
Just
So much
living at the gym.
space. Namek's huge.
Thank you for that roundup. Everyone loved it. And they benefited from not having to go back to all of our old episodes to know what's going on. If you're a new listener, sorry. but that except for that roundup was 100% beneficial to you. Everything else has been chaos. I apologize.
I
But
apologize
now-
too. I'm part of this.
We apologize. We're sorry that you felt confused about our tomfoolery.
Got him.
Now we can go to the next part of Kame Housekeeping, which is where we let you know Vince and I watched 2 different versions of the podcast in the episode. We certainly don't listen to other podcasts in lieu of watching the episode. We watched 2 different versions. I watched the English subtitled version in the original Japanese. Vince watches the English dub, and we do this because it is fun to compare and contrast the differences and similarities that may occur. And the first difference for Dragon Ball Z is usually the title. So Vince, can you please give us your title for this episode?
I will gladly give you my title for this week's episode, which is the 165th episode of Dragon Ball Z, The Cell Games.
They're here. It's
They're
starting.
here. Rumbling, rumbling.
Those 5 rings linked together are upon us.
This is crazy. Yeah, we did. I mean,
We didn't
Not
plan
to-
this, but
we didn't plan this, but the Cell Games, the Olympic Games, right on top of each other.
Paris
Gotta-
2024.
Oh my gosh! If only Cell decided to post up in Paris. Ooh, there are Saiyans in Paris.
That's cray. As long as my title, which I will reveal shortly, is yours is better because I know what's coming. It's getting me excited for the future. But here's my title for episode 165 of Dragon Ball Z. Roughly translated is Super Trunks has a weakness. Cell's shocking bombshell declaration.
Oh my god! Just when I thought you were gonna end, more words appeared. That's a lot. That's a lot for a title. Yeah, I agree. My title works better on multiple levels because not only does something happen at the end of the episode that's really crazy and cool, but also Cell's playing mind games with Trunks this entire episode. Just dangling something in front of him the whole time that came from the end of last week's episode. So, Aaron, I think we're ready to get right into it.
I think so as well. And we start off where we left off. Trunks frustrated again, not being able to really hit Cell. So he's like, all right, I'll just get Bull Gear. I'm going to power up. And he powers up, gets more swole. And Cell is very blasé about all this. He's
up.
like,
Cell says in mine, give up. You can't defeat me. Like,
ooh.
just the most. Cell's voice is just so cutting, and it reeks of superiority that you can't get around. Like, even if Cell was a nothing character, given that voice, it's over for you. If Naruto had that voice, his Taku no Jutsu would work 100% of the time instead of 99% of the time.
I believe it.
Hey, so does a whole village, folks. This kid's cool.
I'm Hokage.
Hey, get this man a sash.
Get him don't they just get a cape?
Yeah, they get
Is there
a cool
actual
cape.
mayoral sash?
No, it's a cool cape.
Okay.
I think county fairs should adopt the Hokage cape strategy.
There aren't enough festivities in local areas. Towns have like festivals where it's like Blueberry Festival, Dog Days of Summer,
Yep.
sponsored by WPIX 103. These festivals, we need to take a book from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Not that we should shame anyone, but someone's got to be the king of that day or queen.
Agreed. Look, even down in Whoville, they've got the Cheermeister. So I agree. We need more kings, queens, royalty of festivals. I wish somebody became governor after Governor's Ball here in New York.
After that basketball game between all the governors, they finally suss it out.
That's it. The Governor's Ball against each other. It's me, Kathy Hochul.
It's a dunk competition.
Oh my God. What I wouldn't have done to see Governor Cuomo during the height of the pandemic defending his gubernatorialcy by having to do a 360 dunk over, I don't know, Eric Adams.
You can mascot rules. You can have the big trampoline.
Oh, geez. Now we're getting into slam ball territory.
But yeah, we sell great voice still, just horrible to Trunks. We cut to Krillin taking a little pit stop on an island because he's afraid Vegeta's on his last legs, might not make it. So he's like, time to administer this bean. He slaps Vegeta a few times, which I was surprised at.
A bold move from a once cowardly Krillin. Yeah, that's a bad move. I would not have done that. And I don't know. Felt like if I was in Krillin's shoes, the minute Vegeta wakes up, I'm also going to be like, I need to put this dude down. I don't want to be holding him like a scared cat. You're going to get scratched.
Well, it's like, when he wakes up, his first instinct is to punch.
Yeah.
You have to get out of the way.
And Krillin does give him the sensu bean. I think the only thing Vegeta basically says in mind when he wakes up is "Cell," and then flies off to get his revenge. And Krillin's like, "I guess I gotta follow him." Poor Krillin, can't do one job.
I normally don't do this. I'm gonna grab my phone because I did take a screenshot of what Krillin said when Vegeta flew off. And he said, I quote, "Good grief. Those Saiyans are one outrageous warrior race."
One outrageous warrior race.
That's wild, wonderful stuff. Next up.
Krillin, you crazy.
There's good grief. Krillin, you already look like Charlie Brown. Don't give in to it.
Don't do that. Do you think maybe the original Japanese language, they're like, this is our Charlie Brown send up?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know what's popular. Charlie. You're thinking Toriyama's. He just took a comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
Krillin, Charlie Brown. Vegeta, Lucy. Yajirobe, Pigpen.
Yes, Yajirobe is Pigpen. I'm trying to remember all the other Charlie Brown characters. Does that make Corin Snoopy?
I guess so.
And Yamcha's definitely Linus because he's got the blanket.
Mm-hmm. Bulma is Charlie Brown's sister. Marcy?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I think you're right. Marcy?
No, because it was Marcy and Peppermint Patty.
Ah, there we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Is Marcy Launch?
She was Marcy had the glasses.
Yeah. I guess Peppermint Patty would have to be Launch because Peppermint Patty flies off the handle.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Schroeder? Who's tickling those ivories on the Dragon
Oh.
Ball side of things?
Who's the pianist of Dragon Ball? Um,
Maybe it's Tien because he's got the four witches technique. He can
it
really-
might be Schroeder.
really
Well,
play
Schroeder's
this.
also not interested in Lucy, so that makes sense.
Mhm.
Tien's not interested. He's only interested in training.
Do we have everything? Great Pumpkin, Shenron, check.
Of course. The Red Bandit, the Red Ribbon Army.
Yep.
Let's see.
Every adult is Professor Briefs.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
that play where it talks about Jesus at the end. They're talking about Kame.
Yep. I think
And
we
the
did
big
that.
Yeah. Them dancing at the end, that's just the Tenkaichi tournament.
I mean, it's too easy.
We did.
Give us a
I think
harder
we-
analogy, universe.
We're back at the tower from there. Piccolo, Tien, they love Trunks. They love that he surpassed him. Bulma can't hear what they're saying and asks him to speak up. And Piccolo's just like, she's like, who are you talking about? Who's the strongest? Piccolo's just like, Trunks, of course.
Okay.
Come on.
Slight difference in mine. Piccolo, because they make Piccolo a bit more clever. To Bulma's question, Trunks is big and strong, all right?
He wipes his own ass, all right? Okay.
He's a big boy. He put on his pants by himself today, okay?
He didn't get scared on the slide once.
He put his blocks in the right order.
Yeah, that ring thing with the different sizes, he did it in order. Big and strong.
He's big and strong. Talking to her like she's the dumbest person on the planet.
Trunks big, Trunks strong.
Also, Popo's there, and he's there the entire episode and gets no lines. I was
That's
bummed
true.
out.
That's unfortunate.
I wanted Popo to be like, what Piccolo means to say is that Trunks is actually stronger than Cell at the moment.
If we're talking about from a raw power perspective.
Oh, you know, we're always talking about raw power. 36 chambers of it. Because we get a cut to the time chamber, Gohan pushing himself to go Super Saiyan while Goku looks on. I like this little like detail in Gohan's like voiceover. He's like, my dad's been watching me do this for days now. Like just sitting still and observing his son transform into Super Saiyan. Which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know why, but Goku training his son is something that we don't ever see again. Like we don't ever see Goku train somebody the same way that he trains Gohan right now. I think throughout the series, and his demeanor is so much calmer and less goofy. Like he's no longer like the comedic button to a scene. He's a helpful instructor. And as we record on Father's Day, I gotta say Happy Father's Day to Goku and Piccolo for raising that strong little boy.
Not Vegeta.
No, not Vegeta.
Well, I mean, he still has a chance.
There's still a chance. Maybe by the end of the episode, we can say Happy Father's Day to Vegeta.
Yeah, will Vegeta redeem himself in 20 minutes? But you're right.
yeah.
This is, I think, something that gets lost in the sauce of Cell. Is this transfer of Goku going from student to master with his son in a way that he hasn't? Yeah, that he never does. Well, he does do again.
But yeah, before this, it's always just Goku sparring with somebody that he's obviously stronger than. Like it's Piccolo, Tien, somebody else, or yeah,
a contemporary.
Exactly.
I think, is usually what it is.
And like any good teacher, Goku's like, all right, let me show you something, son. He begins powering up to a form that we've seen Trunks in this entire time. Like, I guess there's 2 layers of bulk because Goku's like, if you think this is strong, I can go even further beyond that.
Mhm.
And we just see his arms and legs swell. Like Goku took a bunch of creatine before flexing. Like everybody in high school.
This is the power of water retention, Gohan.
Oh God. Aaron, I had so many friends hurt themselves because of creatine because they did not realize that it was just water. And so they would like think that they had bulk and they were a lot stronger than they looked. And multiple players on other teams like felt like an epidemic. They just like strain a muscle because it was just water. And when they were dehydrated, it would just like almost pop. So listen, use creatine safely. Maybe after you're done developing and growing.
Not as a teen.
Not as a teen. You don't need it. You need to work out a little bit, but you don't.
You're strong.
Need
Yeah,
it.
you're strong enough as a teen.
Yeah, you got weird teenager strength.
You can just eat garbage.
Yeah.
Lift one weight and you're suddenly ripped.
That's it. Happened to me. All of a sudden, I was like, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want. And then they're like, Vince, you should play sports. Then after playing sports for a season, I just cut to shit. So how did that happen?
You lifted a kettlebell, not for exercise, to move it across the room. Now this?
It's how it became Dark Shine.
But yeah, Goku, he's in his bulk. And then Trunks still can't hit Cell. But what we gotta hit is this commercial.
Huh?
23, 42.
Andrew, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Marn. So I'm playing through an alternate reality game, and there's a number station puzzle that we just can't solve.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I tried everything else, and I figured that the best way to solve it would be to get into its head and think like a number station. I've been saying numbers into microphones for hours.
Okay, well, I think I have a better idea.
What's that?
You could just listen to the Argonauts podcast. Every 2 weeks, I can let you know the ins and outs of old args and give you a deep dive on how they were created.
Do you think we could have a nuanced discussion about game-making philosophy and how cultures around games have changed as well?
Yeah, and you can definitely continue to fail to solve old args along the way.
Well, it sure would be cool if that was a podcast you could find among with a bunch of other great shows over on the Moonshot Network.
You know, it sure would.
Well, cool. Thanks for the invite. Anyways, I'm going to get back to this, though. 23, 19.
Okay.
I think on this episode, and we really see it at this point, is unfortunately there are clearly some budgetary things, some time things.
Yep.
Because this section of the fight between Cell and Trunks is it's not great, unfortunately.
Yeah. From the pretty high production values of the last little skirmish last week to this week, it's cut down. You know, they're trying to tease something out here.
They're stretching. I understand.
Stretching a bit. Even with like the mystery of why does Cell have such an extreme advantage? Like, what's he talking about? Trunks is clearly bigger, and bigger is always better here on Kame House Party.
Yeah, we go by 90s Godzilla billboard rules.
Oh, what a callback. Yeah, none of this contemplative Shin Godzilla or Godzilla -1.
Yeah. We don't discuss the human condition here.
We just blow up Madison Square Garden because
Yeah.
babies are there. Ferris Bueller had a great day off in New York City.
Hank Azaria, keep on
Yes,
keeping
Hank Azaria.
on. We get back to Goku, and then we start learning about where Trunks has failed, unfortunately. So Goku's like, all right, here's the deal. Yeah, I can power up and go beyond Super Saiyan, get these sick gains, but my muscles are too damn big. I can't move. I lose some speed. And Goku's just like, I think it's better just to be regular Super Saiyan. I think you get the best balance for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's his philosophy.
Yeah, he says a bit more about like the transformations, even from one stage to another, are like super inefficient. You waste a lot of energy doing that. So yeah, the challenge that Goku then puts up to Gohan is like, hey, let's see how long we could just stay in base Super Saiyan for. Make it easier to make this transformation. Maybe that's Goku's plan to like break the barrier, the power barrier.
Yeah. Then we get back to Cell and Trunks. And, we know this new information now. A funny thing to me was that Cell's like, you're such a greenhorn, Trunks. Like, you are a week old. Shut up.
Yeah, pot kettle, Cell. You forget.
Goo goo gaga, Trunks. You baby.
You know what, Cell? A few minutes ago, you were a big crying baby with no nose. Calling me greenhorn?
Because I'm literally green.
Hey, you said it, not me.
All right, maybe. You noob. Is that still
Better.
cool to say?
No.
Is there a Gen Z equivalent of noob?
Mid?
Yeah, you're mid. Trunks.
No!
Yes.
My ego!
Got him.
Next thing you know, I'm going to be sent to Ohio!
Yes, the worst place. I'm down. Anyway, you suck. Don't you know that your transformation sucks?
Yeah, and I like that Cell was like, even Vegeta acknowledged that transformation was useless.
My father issues, no!
Will that be a point in Vegeta's feather in his cap for Father's Day wishes? Well, stay tuned to find out.
Vegeta's ears are just burning like, yes! Finally, Cell said something correct!
But yeah, that all hit Trunks all at once, and he was just like, oh, I'm an idiot.
In mine, when he detransforms after he realizes this, he says, quote, any chance I had of winning is completely gone. Kill me. Just outright says it like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because I didn't write down that exact line, but it's he doesn't say kill me. He's just like, you could finish me if you want. You could do whatever. I won't even fight back. Like he said something along those lines.
Yeah, I would have preferred that. Instead of
just straight up murder me.
Yeah. Come on, do it.
What are you waiting for? Trunks turns. Shut up, 16.
So I'm just into it.
But Trunks, you were so powerful. Where'd it go?
My gains were useless. 16. I can't. It didn't matter. It's not all about the pump.
No, it is. It's all about the pump. And I'm here
Go on.
to watch. Because 16's still there, y'all. In case you were wondering, he's still hanging around.
We get like one shot of him just to let you know. I think on the island, maybe Vegeta flew off too soon. There's a point where Krillin, we might have skipped ahead, but Krillin at this point is like, Oh, the key. Oh no, Trunks' key drops suddenly. What happened to him? And that's when Vegeta flies off.
Yeah.
So, do we say it now?
He's flying off, probably to his son's side. Not to, I can't say to his aid, but that's a feather in his cap.
Vegeta, what's your plan when you get there?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Look, maybe I'm going to my son and say, "I told you so."
That's pretty dad-like, actually.
Maybe I should say, "Do as I," or what's the Earth saying? Do as I say and not as I do, or
That's one of them. It's one of our more famous shitty ones.
yes,
kind
you
of
Earthlings
excuses-
love to tell everyone what to do and then not do the thing yourself.
Oh yeah, we're so good at that. We're the best. All right, real quick. All right, Vegeta. We got to determine if we can wish you a happy Father's Day. Here's some bog standard dad questions. We'll see how
All
you
right.
do. If you're working on a car, one of the capsule cars, and you have Trunks hold a flashlight, will he ever do it correctly?
Absolutely not. There's not a chance in hell Trunks will be able to hold that flashlight steady for long enough for me to do my business.
All right, pretty good answer. Next question. The game's on. Murder Ball, I think you have there, is what we determined a few episodes back. It's the Super Murder Bowl.
My favorite
Trunks
thing
is-
to watch.
But Trunks wants to watch some dumb anime. What do you do?
I say, maybe at halftime. Then
know what,
halftime
it's-
comes, and I'm like, no.
Pretty good. All right, last question. You have work in the morning. What are you telling Trunks? If it's 10 p.m. and his friends are too loud.
It might go a little something like this. Hey, keep it down there. Some of us have work in the morning.
That for considering you've never had a job, I appreciate the commitment to this. Vince, I think we got to give it to him. This is dad as hell.
I've been sitting silently, just
You're
observing
taking
this.
notes. Yeah.
I've been taking notes, putting it into the to the Dadomizer.
The dad base.
Would you two stop laughing at your own jokes?
I'm
sorry,
that's the
Vegeta,
whole
but-
show. Vegeta,
but-
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We're really sorry, but Database is perfect.
Come on, Vegeta.
Come on, you gotta like that. All right, it's a good one.
Yes, he's really a dad. He liked that. He liked
He
a
liked
good
it.
pun.
He liked it. That's it. Signed, sealed, delivered. Vegeta's a
All
good
right.
dad. And Aaron, you know what that means? I can hit this button because Vegeta being a good dad is canon, not Nick
Not
Cannon.
Nick Cannon. Happy
It's
Father's
true.
Day.
Happy Father's Day. Oh my gosh. I think there was an article or a headline that was like Nick Cannon finally spending time with his children. Like he made some kind of post saying
Like, did his ex write it?
something. I don't know why he feels the need to publicize like his family dealings because he's got so many kids. He's got to make like a schedule and a press release. It's like, I'm gonna go talk to my kids all weekend.
Maybe that's so the kids know. That's like the most efficient way to get them the information that it's Nick's weekend.
Yeah, because Mariah's not telling those kids nothing.
No.
She's like, your dad was in Drumline. That's it. I'm
She's
not telling you
telling
who.
She's telling him to stay in the background of her pictures, that's for sure.
That's for damn sure.
Cell, he's like, yeah, I'll kill you. But first, I got some questions. He asks Trunks how him and Vegeta got so strong in such a short period of time. And Trunks, he's not squealing. He's not gonna say. And then Cell's like, whatever. But also, where's Goku at? I thought he was gonna kick my ass. I haven't seen him. And Trunks, I think, does reveal in this moment that, like, oh yeah, he's off training to get stronger. And now we have. I wonder how long Cell's been thinking about this, because it seems like out of the blue, he's like, okay, cool. Let's have a tournament.
Yeah. Just out of nowhere. Not like, it's not even like, oh, I'll just wait until Goku shows up.
Yeah.
It's, no, I'd like to have a tournament, and here's how it's going to work. All you against me, because I'm perfect and I'm great. And I'll fight each of you at once until you're all dead. I'll humiliate you in front of the entire planet, and then who knows? I'll just blow it up.
It's like, all right, you have 10 days because I'm assuming you can get stronger than you are now. Which I want to test again. I want to test my perfect form. Something about steel and tempered and all that bullshit. In the end of that conversation, like you were alluding at, does Cell actually say like, I'll blow up the earth after, maybe?
He doesn't say it as much, but he's just like, it feels like to me when I was watching it, Cell's like, I'm just looking for a worthy opponent. That's got to be Goku. I'll wait. We'll see if any of you can get stronger than me. And then I'll just beat you all up. Not necessarily that he would destroy the planet, but he's just like, and then who knows? Maybe I'll buy you all ice cream, or
I'll have orange slices and Capri Suns for you after the big
I'll make sure there's a Mr. Softy there.
No sprinkles. I can't afford that. They upcharge so much.
Oh my gosh.
$2 for sprinkles.
We can't, Aaron. We're not gonna talk about springflation. We can't do that.
So I bring that up because in mine, towards the end, Trunks is finally like, after the announcement of the tournament, Trunks just like, what's the point of all this? I don't understand. What, a tournament? That sounds crazy. Like, are you trying to conquer the earth? And Cell eventually gets to, he's kind of discovering it as he's going along. He gets to the point where it's just, well, I guess I want to prove my strength and then bring terror see terror in the faces of humans.
Yeah.
And Trunks then has terror on his face.
It sounds like
like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I've been looking for this whole time. Trunks, thank you.
Cell also says, keep an eye on your TV, Trunks, for the location of the tournament.
Just watch every channel. I think you can do that, right? That's possible.
Set your DVR to me.
I have no idea how broadcasting works or telecommunications, but I'll figure it out.
Cell, he might know because Cell in mind says he's like, I'm reviving the World Martial Arts Tournament. Trunks, this is something that happened.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't happening in our timeline, and I'm bringing it back because this is the ultimate way to see who's the strongest, and that's how they used to do it back in Dr. Giro's time and when Goku was a little boy. So,
plus I want to meet the announcer. He seemed cool.
I want to meet Dog President.
I want him to give me a medal.
How long has Dog President been in office? Have we talked about that?
Too long.
Too long, right? He's way past his term.
Fourth
limit.
term? As long as Goku's in his 20s at this point. He was a teen. That's over a decade.
It's over
That's
a
too
decade in
long.
power. And what has Earth seen from Dog President? Numerous invasions.
All these alien invasions happened under your watch, Dog President. It could be the thing that might happen soon, where he he did a term,
yeah.
didn't win the re-election. He's coming back. We only see him during his active terms.
He got that hip dysplasia surgery. He's back.
Mm-hmm. He had to step down
Mm-hmm.
from the bit. Well, someone had to pick him up and put him down.
Oh, then the discourse is going to be like, you're going to vote for a dog president that needs steps to get on the bed?
Mm. Yeah, he can't go up a ramp. This is how the episode ends.
Yeah.
It's a Cell Games, baby. Finally, I'm excited. Gotta say, the past couple episodes, not a ton going on. They were definitely stretching it out. I feel like we're getting into a good groove now.
Oh yeah. We got more training ahead. Cell Games. Ooh, the announcer's coming back. And we know some other characters that are coming. But boy, oh boy, am I excited for one of the best tournament arcs in all of anime, the Cell Games.
The game where two people fought. Right? There were not people didn't. I forget who. Did Vegeta go in there? Look, we'll find out.
We'll find out. We got to find out.
Mm-hmm. Again, thank you so much for listening to Kame House Party. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all the support during this time as well. We'll keep on seeing what happens. No, just like life, no guarantees.
No guarantees.
But we're doing our best. We are still going to stream. So this Wednesday, if you're listening to this when the episode drops, we're streaming some more demos over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kame House Party. You can find us on most of the social medias at Kame House Party. As you heard in the beginning, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Kame House Party. If you want to shout out on the show, and if you want us to make jokes about your name, then consider subscribing at the $3 amount. We also have a lot of bonus content that immediately becomes available to you upon joining. We are part of the Moonshot Network. We love being a part of the Moonshot Network. They rule. And they're
It's true.
Very supportive of us. And I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything else we need to talk about.
I think that's it for now. Stay tuned for some Shona Trump's news. But that's it for right now. And yeah, another big thank you to all our listeners. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you too. Give us a like or something while you're there. Leave a comment on all our socials. It definitely helps other people find the show. And look, time to wrap this thing up. So whether you've been like us waiting for this moment for almost 25 episodes or you're filling your muscles up with water, you gotta keep The tournament's going to be held at the Vegas Dome.
Kame House Party.